First off, I want to thank everyone for being here to view my presentation. My name again is Kevin Reeves, and the title of my presentation is The Best Practices for the Northwest Louisiana Council of Governments to share data, maps, and ideas with the public utilizing ArcGIS Hub. This is my capstone project for the MS-GIST program at the University of Arizona for the spring 2023 semester. This project aims to create an ArcGIS Hub site that allows public to access data and maps that are created and maintained by the Northwest Louisiana Council of Governments and its member agencies. And I just wanted to start off the presentation by giving a little background information on the Northwest Louisiana Council of Governments. So NLCOG, we are the Metropolitan Planning Organization for Northwest Louisiana, which encompasses Bossier, Caddo, DeSoto, and Webster parishes. Louisiana has parishes, we don't have counties. Don't know why, but that's just the way it is. We are an intergovernmental agency that provides transportation planning and GIS to local government agencies, such as the parish 911s, the tax assessors, the parish governments, city governments, etc. Here in-house, we house our regional GIS database, also known as the Regis. Each government entity has their own data in that database that they are responsible for maintaining and updating. And the SDE database houses live data that is on a fiber ring here in Shreveport that most agencies can access. So most agencies have access to live data, and those who don't provide us with periodic updates of their data whenever anything changes, and then they are given data upon request from other agencies. So since we are an intergovernmental agency, our data is easily shared within other government agencies, but not so much with the public. People have to go through a data request, which usually takes time to fill and get the data back to them, which brought about the idea of having a hub site to streamline this process. So how can we get our information out to the public? I already have the data that I want on the website, so I just needed to figure out what I wanted the site to look like and then design it from there. I looked at many different hub sites from different government agencies and just kind of took ideas from a lot of them and kind of pieced together what I wanted my site to look like. First and foremost, I wanted people to be able to download data and have access to interactive web maps that can be queried and printed if needed. I also wanted to include information about GIS, what it is, and how it can be used in different fields, as well as other elements that I'll touch on later in the presentation. So I have my data. How do I make it easily accessible on my site? So I decided to create categories for everything to make the navigation of my site easy. Categories allow you to show data sets and other types of content, such as web maps. And each data set and web map are specific to its category. This will help the user to find things quicker on the site. I took the initial data sets that I wanted to have on the website and created the categories based on that data. And in the future, as I add more data to the site, these categories probably will change and be updated to reflect those changes and additions of the data. So once I had my categories and my data, I needed a way for the data to only show in their respective category. To do this, I created groups in ArcGIS Online. Each category is assigned a group. So then once all of the data and maps are uploaded into ArcGIS Online, they can be shared within their group so they're only visible in the categories that I want them to be visible in. So to do this, I had to create 12 different groups. Since I have 6 categories, I had to do 6 groups for the downloads and 6 groups for the web maps. And again, whenever new categories are created, new groups will be created for that as well. And I feel like this will just help keep everything nice and organized and make the website easier to navigate. So getting to my website, this slide shows the title of my hub site with an aerial view of downtown Shreveport at night. I found this image online and I really liked it, so I purchased the rights to have it on my site. The color scheme that I chose for my site matches that of NLCOG's website, and I feel the colors of this photo complement that color scheme. And it's not pictured on this slide, but just below this photo on the site is a brief description of the hub site, along with a link to NLCOG's website, and you'll see that in the demo later. So for those who are using the site who might not be that familiar with GIS, I wanted to have a brief description of what GIS is, along with a visual of how maps are created. And then if anyone wanted a more in-depth explanation of GIS, I also included a video that explains GIS in more detail. And again, it's not on this site, but you'll see it on the demo. So since GIS can be utilized in many different career fields, I wanted to showcase some of these these different fields. GIS is not just one small entity, it's a broad spectrum of data and possibilities that can span many different fields. So for my site, I linked 4 videos that show how GIS is used. And I chose the careers of public works and education, how GIS can be used in real estate, and then how it can be used in the healthcare system. So not only did I want people to be able to download and view maps, I wanted to have feedback to where people could let me know what they think of the site, if they live in Shreveport, how they wanted Shreveport to become better. So I created this, hang on, somebody's chatting. Oh, okay, sorry. So I created a survey using Spring2023 that asked people what they like and dislike about Shreveport and what they think, what changes that they think that Shreveport could use to make it better. And I also linked to the Better Shreveport Facebook group to where they could share their thoughts and ideas there as well. So as my hub site grows, I will create more surveys about other parts of our area of the 4 parishes to include where people live, how they would like to see their communities become better or grow. And I also want to create a feedback for this site for people to let me know what they like about the site, what they don't like, what they would like to see, or what they would not like to see, to where I can keep the site updated and make it as good as possible. So this section is where you can this is where you can view different web maps. So this is a web map that I created using Web App Builder. And the template that I used came with the zoom in and zoom out over here on the left. And it also had the home button and the your location button. So what I did, I added these 5 widgets to the map. This first one obviously is a print function. The next one allows the user to change the base map. The next one is a measurement tool. It allows you to measure distances and areas. The next one is a layer list. It shows all of the layers that are contained in this map, and it allows you, to turn on and off the layers that you would or would not want to see. And then the last one is, of course, a legend where it shows what everything is on the map. So this next slide, this is the section to where you can download data from the site. When you download data, it gives you different options of the format that you can download them in. You can do it in CSV, KML, you can do it as a shapefile or GeoJSON. No matter which format you choose, it downloads as a zip file. So I was kind of surprised that a file geodatabase was not an option, because I kind of feel like that is one of the standards right now for a standard format right now. So I don't know if that will be added in an additional, in an update later on down the road with Hub or not, but I feel like that should be an option as well. So where do we go from here? This site is a work in progress, so there will always be additions and updates to it as needed. My priority right now is to get data from all 4 of our parishes on the site. This will help, broaden our area from just Shreveport and Caddo Parish to our entire MPO boundary. So people will see, not, like I said, not just Shreveport and Caddo Parish, but the entire boundary, because of the 4 parishes and everything in our MPO. Shreveport is basically the hub of all of our information and the majority of our information in Caddo Parish. So I would like to have everything to where it would encompass all, have data to where it would encompass all 4 of our parishes. Another thing that I would like to do that I haven't had time to do, everything right now, all of the data and the maps are static. Once I upload the data from our database to GIS Online, it becomes static. So anytime anything is updated in our database, I'm going to have to go in and update it on the site as well. I'm pretty sure that there's an option to where you can pull the information from the website directly from our database. So that is one thing that I'm really looking forward to figuring out and trying to implement on this site. I know that I'm going to Esri user conference this summer, and that's going to be one of my main objectives, is to try to figure out what that is. Is the site live? What has been the usage stats like? The site, oh, I'm sorry. The site is live. I don't have links for it yet. I've actually had one person that was looking for data for our Caddo Parish Commission districts, and they got my email and they emailed me and asked me about that, and I sent them a link to the site, and she got the data that she needed. And I actually asked her, I was like, hey, I'm doing this as a capstone project. What did you think of the website? Was it easy to navigate? Was it hard? And she said that she gets data from a lot of different websites, and she said that this one was very easy to navigate, and she said that she really enjoyed it and liked the way the layout was on that. So I was pretty happy with that. But like I said, this is a work in progress. So I will continue to add data. I've already gotten some feedback from coworkers of information to put on there. I have a coworker that is big in the watershed initiative here in Northwest Louisiana. She would like to have some of her stuff on there. We have the transportation safety coordinator for Northwest Louisiana in our office also, and she is interested in creating a story map for this website. So yeah, it's a good site, I think. I know it can be better, and I'm going to be striving to make it better. I had really no knowledge of ArcGIS Hub before this, so I've enjoyed trying to get in there and create the site as best I can, and I look forward to doing more for it. So that is the end of my PowerPoint. Let me see how to get out of there. So now I want to show the website. So this is the website. It's called the NLCOG GIS Data Portal. This was like I said, this was the photo that you saw earlier. This is the brief description of the portal. This is a link to the NLCOG homepage. I can't click on that because I'm on this side of the firewall, but this is what the NLCOG webpage looks like. If you notice, the colors are the same. I wanted to keep that color scheme to go along with NLCOG. So you saw this about the description of GIS. This is the video that gives a more in-depth explanation of what GIS is. These were the videos about GIS in different career fields. This is my survey that I created in Spring2023 that allow people to give feedback on what they think about Shreveport. And also I have a link to the Better Shreveport Facebook group to where people can have their input there as well. I have regional statistics about our NPO area, just, you know, what it encompasses. There's 26 cities total. That includes Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, and Minden. These are the parish seats for the 4 parishes. The square mileage and the total mileage of roads in Northwest Louisiana. So these are the web maps that I created. These are my different categories. I'll just show the one that I showed in the presentation, which was the police districts. I don't like that Hub always has this. You kind of have to do away with that. So this is our disclaimer. This is my splash screen with our disclaimer that says that, you know, we're not liable for any inaccuracies in our data, and people aren't allowed to go and sell our data. They have to click the I understand to be able to go forward with that. And this is my web map that was built in Web Map Builder. Whenever I created the web map in ArcGIS Pro and uploaded it to ArcGIS Online, it had labels for the different districts. But whenever I brought that into Web App Builder, they went away, and I'm not 100% sure why they did that, but I guess it is what it is. And let's see, the next section would be where you can download the data. And in this, you can download the actual data, and you can also download the metadata for each data set that we have available. And then, let's see, after that, those are all of the data sets that you can download. I have affiliated links. I have links to all of the government agencies that have data on this website. I also have a link to Esri and to QGIS for anyone who does not have GIS software, but would like to look at the data sets that they can download from here. And then I just have the contact information for our office and for me personally about the website. So I think that should be it for presentation. I appreciate you guys listening, and I guess I'll open it up for questions now.